CroffStudios, and I'm here with a new LEGO review, and I'm here with a new Star Wars set, the Sith Fury class Interceptor. I've been wanting this set for a while. Set 9500, 748 pieces, retails for $89.99, comes with 3 minifigures, and it is ages 9 to 14. So, let's take a look at the front of our box. Here's a look at the front of our box. And here's a look at the back of your box. And as you can see, there's a lot of playability in this set. So, let's move on straight to the extra pieces. Also, before I show the extra pieces, I forgot to show you the instructions right here. This is the first manual, which has nothing, no ads except for this screaming kid. And in the second manual, you go all the way to the back, and there are some ads. Like, it shows some features right here on the set. Right here, it shows you a little comic strip. Nothing really, just shows a few little features and stuff. Right here, it tells you to go to legoclub.com/max. And it shows you some more sets that came out in the 2012 Summer Wave and minifigures. And on the back, this one does not have a screaming kid on the back, which is crazy. And I thought that was pretty weird. So you get a little comic thing. So let's move on to our minifigures. Okay, so first up for the minifigures, you get 2 of these guys, and these are Sith Troopers. And right here's the other one. You can see there's 2 of them. Now this guy has tons of printing on him. His helmet is a really cool looking mold. It sort of looks like a Darth Vader helmet, except modified. Looks really cool. You can see he's got some nice torso printing, and he does come with a basic blaster gun. The printing on his torso is very cool though. You can see that. And he does have some pretty nice back printing and back helmet printing. And you can see on the Sith Trooper, he does have a head under here. And I'm pretty sure this is the same exact head as Lex Luthor, and they both have this head. So, they're the same head. It would have been cool to have a different head, but still it's fine. But he does come with that head. He is a really cool figure though. I really like this figure. So let's move on to my favorite minifigure in this set. Okay, so last for the figures, you get Darth Malgus. Finally, very anticipated figure. And this guy is just amazing. I really love this figure. They did a great job with the printing, his armor. Very nice looking cape there. It is actually a different type of cape than the regular ones. I will show you that once I show under his armor. You can see his armor on the outside is very elaborate with printing. Up here you can see there's some printing up here too. It looks really, really cool. They just did a great job with the armor on the outside of this figure. You can see the leg printing there. He looks pretty cool. So let's take off his armor and cape to see more printing. Darth Malgus without his armor and stuff. I wanted to show him just the armor itself is just really, really cool looking. You can see that. Just looks great. I think they did a great job with this armor piece right here. So let's go back to Darth Malgus. Okay, so here's Darth Malgus without his armor and stuff. You can see he's got some printing right there. His head looks really cool right there. You can see that. It's got some markings and stuff on there. It looks pretty cool. Let's get rid of his lightsaber so you can see him a bit better. You can see he has the same printing as the armor. They're just a little bit different. You can see that it's sort of the same printing like that. When you turn him around, you can see he's got some very nice back printing. Really like that. This figure is just great. I really love it. They just did an extraordinary job on this figure. So, let's move on to the set itself. And before we go to the model itself, I wanted to show this cape. It is a bit different than most of the other capes. It only has 1 hole instead. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now let's go back to the ship. So here is our Sith Fury class Interceptor right here. I'm just going to give you a quick 360 spin of this just to show you some details. You can see the back boosters right there. I'm actually going to start with the back right here. You can see in the back, starting out, you got some boosters right there. It looks pretty cool. You got the orange translucent piece. And the first feature of this set, you can pull this up. It sort of broke. Once in a while, we'll do that. It'll break just on accident. You can see, just move that. You can bend that and move this up, and it reveals a small area where you can put your Sith troopers, and also in here you can pull this out. It's a little hard, but you can pull that out, put your Sith troopers and guns in there. And a complaint right here, you can see there is red, of course red in this set. Almost every set there's gonna be random red, but sorry Lego that you have to do that. So that's a small complaint. Push this back in here. Oh, wrong way. Can put this back in here, connects in, and you're ready to go. So let's move on to the wings. To the wings of the ship, you can see there's some nice black pieces and some small details of control panels and stuff. But over here, there are flick missiles. But there is a complaint about these flick missiles. They're really like just attached by the bottom studs. Like they could fall off very easily. This piece falls off a lot when you try to flick the missiles. That is a big complaint. And also about these wings, they are very, very fragile. Like, they break pretty easily, and as you can see, once you break a piece off, it's pretty hard to get it back on. Okay, so that is just a warning. When you put this flick missile back in here, you can see there are very nice details right here, but those are stickers, unfortunately. But there are barely any stickers in this set, luckily. It is just these. You can see that. They're actually okay looking. But these wings are just very flimsy. Like, they move all over the place. And this thing especially that holds the detailed pieces is very flimsy. Don't like that. But it is very, very cool looking. Used very many good techniques in there to hold it together. It holds okay, I guess. But yeah, that's basically it for the wings. Let's move on to the middle of the ship. Okay, so right here in the ship you can see there is a view window that has some very nice printing on there that is not a sticker. And it moves up like this. And you can also move this up. Looks very cool. And inside you can put Darth Malgus. And this is a pretty cool feature right here. You can sort of move this around so he can get inside and in and out. So you can port Darth Malgus in there and close that and then sort of close it up. And before you close it, you do have to fold this little flap down here up after you close that. You gotta fold that up. I'm guessing these are two small guns right here in the front. They're okay. There's not many guns on this thing, I have to say. That's sort of weird. But if it's a Star Wars ship, there's got to be a ton of guns on it, but whatever. On the top right here, you got some small details. They look okay. They're pretty cool. Like, they took a lot of time to put details onto this, not as much as building the right amount of structure inside of it. So let's move on to our final feature. For the last feature, I decided to put this on top of a box to demonstrate it a bit better. You can move these wings right here. This one I'm not even going to move because once in a while in sets you will get a piece that does not move around properly, and this one does not in this side. And it's very hard to even pull the piece out. Right here, over there, you can see there's a pull piece right there that goes into there. Mine over there does not. It just stays and won't come out, and it's very hard to pull out. But other than these ones that are very easy to pull out, which is a problem. So I hope you do not get that problem like I did. But you can move the bottom wings down like that too. And you can move these ones, but this one is malfunctioning and won't work. I will show you the engineering of that now. This, you can see by these pull pieces, it moves up like that, back down. On the other side right here, it does not do that. It just stays and won't go out of the black. So that's a problem, but that's only a problem for me, I guess. So that's basically it for this part of the ship. Let's go on to the very minor details and then go on to the rating. So here's a small minor detail on top. You got some I wanted to show you this in better detail right here. You got the little type of guns that you get one of these guns with the old Atlantis theme that was out a while ago, and you can see some details. I like the bright or the translucent red, and that it suddenly goes to gray. That is pretty cool. There's not a ton of detail on this. It just looks almost identical to the game. I guess that's what they're trying to get with. Okay guys, now for the rating on this set. I really do like the set, but it's very flimsy in some spots. The features are pretty good. There is that random blue red piece that's in every Lego set. Every set you gotta have a random stupid red piece just sticking out randomly. It's just really dumb. That's a complaint. And the flick missiles do not stand when you flick them. But overall, the set is really good. You get the great minifigures. You get really cool plane and stuff. It's just really awesome how the wings move down and stuff. Also, my piece did not move down because it's in that wing right there. But overall, this is getting a 9 out of 10. I really do like the set. Just can't give it a 10 because of the reasons that I listed. Okay guys, so look for more LEGO reviews, rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel.